You're watching KSG News Explainer. In this video, we are going to talk about the First Amendment to Constitution being challenged. This is for GS Paper 2 Polity. The Supreme Court recently agreed to examine a plea challenging the expansion of restrictions to the fundamental right to freedom of speech and expression that was made by the First Amendment to the Constitution. The petitioner, who has challenged the law nearly 7 decades after it came into force, argued that the amendment damages the basic structure doctrine. Now, what was the First Amendment to the Constitution? Just over a year into the working of the Constitution, then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru introduced a bill to amend the Constitution. On 18th of May 1951, the amendment bill was referred to a select committee which considered the issue for 6 days. The amendment officially came into effect on the 18th of June 1951. The Constitution, First Amendment Bill, sought to make several consequential changes, from exempting land reforms from scrutiny to providing protections for backward classes in the Constitution. Notably, it also expanded on the scope of the restrictions on the right to free speech. Now, what exactly is the constitutional position on free speech? Article 19(1)(a) in Part 3 of the Constitution guarantees the fundamental right to freedom of speech and expression, but this freedom is not absolute or unfettered. It is followed by Article 19(2), which lists exceptions or reasonable restrictions on that right. The First Amendment made two key changes. First, it introduced the qualification reasonable to the restrictions that Article 19(2) imposed. The insertion of the term reasonable, he argued, keeps the door open for the courts to step in and examine the legitimacy of the restrictions imposed by Parliament. Second, the amendment introduced into the Constitution the specific terms public order and incitement to an offence. This set of new narrower terms in the provision was necessitated by two Supreme Court rulings in 1950 that went against the state's power to curb free speech. That's it for this explainer. Thank you so much for watching. To join KSG courses and to crack the IELTS exam, visit ksgnet.com. You can also get a PDF of this explainer on ksgnet.com. Thanks for watching and do subscribe to our channel.